What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we are breaking down everything we know so far about this year's upcoming free-to-play event, Solstice of Heroes 2022. So if you're looking for more information on this year's Solstice weapons, armor, challenges, and cosmetics, along with the brand new Solstice title and seal, then we've got all the details you need in today's video. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video and find it helpful, then please be sure to help support the channel below by hitting that like button along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated. The first big change taking place with this year's event is its official name change. Bungie has decided that the event will no longer be called Solstice of Heroes. Instead, we're cutting out the of Heroes and leaving the event titled simply as Solstice. And with this year's Solstice, we will be receiving a brand new Solstice themed armor set for each of the three classes. This year's Solstice sees some big changes being made to how Solstice armor is upgraded. Unlike previous years, Guardians will no longer be collecting keys and completing individual tasks on armor pieces, but instead we'll be completing challenges from the new Solstice event card in order to upgrade and unlock the unique armor glows for this year's event. This new event card works in much the same way as the weekly seasonal challenges do. Event cards will be acquired from Eva Levante when you first visit the tower during this year's Solstice. Once acquiring your event card, you'll be able to keep track of your progress as you complete the event challenges. All challenges will be available to complete as the event starts, so you won't have to wait on a weekly reset to continue any of these challenges. As you complete challenges on the event card, you will unlock new event shaders, emblems, and other cosmetics, along with event tickets. Event tickets will be exchanged through Eva Levante to unlock more prestigious rewards like armor glows, ships, sparrows, and weapons. Another change to Solstice armor is that this year, Guardians will only have to level up one armor set instead of 3. In previous events, Guardians received a blue set of armor at the start of the event, with each piece having individual objectives to complete before transitioning to the next armor set. But now, by completing challenges through the event cards, we'll be able to upgrade these armor sets, and once they have been upgraded, we will be able to re-roll these armor pieces for better stats, which is an entirely new concept for Bungie to pull off this year, one in which I'm extremely excited for, but at the same rate a little worried about potential bugs in this system. While we still don't have the 3D models of this year's Solstice armor available, we do have their icons. As was the case in previous Solstice events, these armor sets will be able to have glows applied to them. We don't know yet if a stasis glow has been added, but you can count on there being an arc, void, and solar variation for these glows. While you only need to level up one armor set this year, this will be per character. So if you intend on decking all 3 of your characters out in this year's Solstice armor, then you'll need to complete the event card challenges on each of your 3 characters. This year's event will run from July 19th to August 16th, giving everyone just under a month to complete this year's challenges. To complete the new event card challenges, you will need to participate in the activity called Bonfire Bash. This new activity will take place on the EAZ. Since last year's event, Bungie has made some modifications to the map and its structures to better facilitate this new Horde style mode, which certainly sounds like it's going to be fun. Bonfire Bash is a 3-man activity that will offer matchmaking for those without a team, and you'll be able to load up the Bonfire Bash through the tower. The Compass Rose shotgun will be returning as a featured weapon with this year's Solstice, but we will also be seeing a new hand cannon introduced as well. While this hand cannon's icon suggests that it could be a reworked version of the Better Devils, this could be a brand new weapon for Bungie. Once we have more details on this hand cannon, I'll be sure to let you all know, but for now we do know that it and the Compass Rose will feature the new Solstice Foundry perk called Dreamwork. Once per reload, assists or assisted final blows partially refill the weapon from reserves, potentially overflowing the magazine. I'm really curious to see how this will play out in game and how it will synergize with other perks. The Compass Rose and the new hand cannon will be obtained through Solstice packages at Eva Levante in exchange for event tickets. With the inclusion of a new event card this year, Solstice will feature its first new guildable title and seal, and with it we'll be getting a second multi-event seal and title. While you'll be able to complete the new Solstice title and seal and even guild it this year, the multi-event seal and title will not be able to be completed until next year's Guardian Games event. The new multi-event triumph will be designed to include all 4 yearly events in Destiny 2. This includes Guardian Games, Solstice, Festival of the Lost, and the Dawning. To complete this year's Solstice seal and title, Guardians will have to complete all of the associated challenges on the event card during this year's Solstice event. Once unlocking the title and seal, you'll be able to guild it all during this year's event. We don't have confirmed details on what these event card challenges will be, but I think it's a safe assumption to expect that many of these challenges will mirror the triumphs and armor objectives that we've seen in the past. As far as previous triumphs for the Solstice events go, we had Maximum Declination, which required obtaining a legendary Solstice set. This could easily be retrofitted to require obtaining a fully completed Solstice armor set instead. Flash of Daylight required earning a piece of Solstice armor by completing any of the challenges. I think it's unlikely we would see this same triumph unless it's augmented to be completing a certain number of challenges instead. Cosmically Resplendent, this one required obtaining the Solstice armor sets on all 3 classes, Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. While this one might get a new updated name, I would bet this one will be a remaining triumph in the new system. The Refractory Warrior triumph required defeating 50 bosses on Prism Day. In events past, Bungie provided elemental boosts on different days, with Prism Day being a non-element day. Bungie has not confirmed if this feature will be included in this year's event, but if it is, I would expect this triumph to return as well. The most unique of all of these triumphs have been the Solstice Cat Snacks triumph. This one requires Guardians to locate a hidden cat within the EAZ and feed him a treat just as you would for the cats in the Dreaming City. It's likely that if this triumph does return, the Bungie will relocate the cat, but in case they do not, you can find the location of the hidden cat here, tucked away within the rock structure just ahead of your initial spawn in to the EAZ. Along with these 6 triumphs, each piece of armor came with its own objectives. These objectives ranged from collecting orbs, defeating enemies with supers and abilities, and completing various activities like raids, nightfalls, and lost sectors. So it's highly likely that these objectives will be pulled from the old armor and applied into these new event cards. It's important to know that while the event cards and challenges will be free for all players, there will be a collection of cosmetics exclusively available through an upgraded event card. Upgrading one's event card will cost 1,000 silver and will immediately provide Guardians with an exotic reward bundle with the equivalent of 3,000 silver's worth of goodies, according to Bungie. If purchasing an upgraded event card is not for you, then that's quite alright. You'll still be able to earn and collect a ton of new and returning items and cosmetics by completing the standard event card challenges and turning in event tickets to Eva Levante. While we don't have a complete detail on what cosmetics will fall into which category, we do have a brief breakdown of a few. It appears that the Hot Dog Eating Champ exotic emote, the Sunny exotic ghost shell, and the Iris Gossamer shader will all be available through the instant access of the upgraded event card. While the Skateboarding emote, a few new ghost holograms, an exotic ship, and new transmat effects will all be available by standard event cards. Event tickets will be exchanged through EVA for Solstice packages. This is where you're going to be able to get these items. The event cards and tickets will only be available during the Solstice event, so if you miss out on any of these awesome new cosmetics, you'll likely be waiting until next year before having another chance at them. While we've spoke much about new cosmetics available through EVA and the new event cards, there will still be a ton of new and returning cosmetics available exclusively through tests in the Eververse, including a brand new ornament for the Forerunner called Gilded Honors, and another new ornament for the Witherhoard called the Spended Vidua. While many of the available items will be sold for silver, there will be several items featured each and every week for Bright Dust. If you're running a little low on Bright Dust, you still have some time to stockpile. I have put together a separate video on the best and fastest ways to farm for Bright Dust right now, so be sure to check that out before Solstice begins. Otherwise, that's going to wrap things up for everything we know so far about this year's Solstice 2022 event. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If so, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and really do help support the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this year's Solstice event, its armor, rewards, glows, triumphs, challenges, you name it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane wishing you all some happy hunting.